Hey guys, welcome back to Texas Silver. Sorry I don't have my shirt on, or you're welcome, I guess, depending on your preference of my hairy chest. But it is about to calm down. So anyways, I'm trying to feed a bale of hay real quick to these cows. So yeah, I'm about to get poured on big time. But just wanted to give an update and more to follow. Yeah, the cows are taking off in the rain. Yeah, here it comes. You can hear it. Thank you, Lord, we needed it. All right, let me move this hay bale. I guess I'll never do that again. Well, I just got covered in freaking hay with the wind and all that. That was fun. How was that, Red? You like that? All right, I gotta get this wrapping stuff out of there. All right. It's hailing. Red said nope. I guess Red's the only smart one. I'm scared, guys. Not really. Hey. Woo! Well, I'm going to stay here until this passes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just got home from work and I've got something to show y'all. Let's see, come here, buddy. So we got a new baby, just born. I don't even know if you're a little boy or a little girl. There's one. And then, let's see, I'm gonna turn this and here's the other one. Let me see if I can get a better angle. This one's like super tiny. And then there's Mama. She's trying to lick the camera. So let's see, I'm gonna snag this other baby. Come here. All right, here's the other baby. Oh my goodness, I know. all right, fine. So we have two new babies, and actually, I mean, she was huge. I think on the last video, I said that she was gonna have at least triplets. She ended up having, what is it, quadruplets? Is that it? I don't know, she had 4 babies, whatever that word is. And unfortunately, I think the cows must have got in with her where she was giving birth, and they stomped 2 of the babies. So 2 of them, unfortunately, didn't make it. But yeah, she would have had 4 babies. That's crazy. I'd heard they could have up to 5. So for her to have 4, that's crazy. But so we have 2 new goat babies. So that one's asleep. I hope that little one makes it. But I don't know when they were born. So, hey buddy, hey, hey. I'm sure it's super hot. He looks like he's dead, but, or she, but it's just super hot out here. All right, I know a lot of these videos, I've been doing them up underneath the barn, but it gets so freaking hot and it's miserable to be anywhere else. So, and I get up on this trailer, that way the animals can't come mess with me. So, and I have to go to bed pretty early because I have to be up early, so I can't wait until the sun goes down. So that's why I come over here, because obviously it's not intense, and it's pretty cool underneath the barn, and then I can sit here and talk to y'all. But so I guess a couple things I wanted to go over with y'all. I was talking to a buddy of mine on the phone, and he's real concerned about the way everything's going. And he was talking about, is this biblical, and stuff like that. And I'm like, I think we're definitely seeing stuff that is hinting towards stuff that's talked about in the Bible, and I'm not here to preach or anything like that. I do have my faith. I believe in God, but I'm not here to preach to y'all. But yeah, I mean, there's some stuff that I'm seeing that's, I guess you could tie back to the Bible and what it talks about in the end times, but we really don't know the timeline. That's only God knows that. So I told him that I think that he needs to just focus on the things that he can control. And I've said that before on my videos. I can't control who the president is. I can't control what different countries do. Yeah, we can vote and stuff like that. But in the grand scheme of things, you as an individual, all that you can really control are your preps. The stuff that you put back, preparing yourself with the food, the water, different training, security, stuff like that. And so, I don't stress too much about it because there's nothing I can really do. So what I'm going to highly encourage that you do is don't get overstressed about everything that's going on around us. I mean, obviously be aware, be awake, but all you can really do is just control everything in your little bubble. So just make sure that you're preparing for yourself, for your family, your group, your friends, what have you, and just worry about controlling that, because that's, at the end of the day, all you can really have control of. So I wanted to cover that again, and I guess that kind of somewhat ties into kind of my thought process on why I've kind of changed what I've been doing lately, and another reason why I haven't been putting out many videos. And the reason being is, I know earlier I released that I turned 40 this year, and maybe it was just, a mental thing for me that, I'm 40, midlife crisis, whatever, but I always talk about this on the channel as well, is you're never promised one more day on this earth. My kids are getting older, I'm getting older, and eventually my youth is going to be gone, and I want to enjoy my life and stuff that I enjoy doing, that, my body still needs to be in good shape and able to, function the way I need it to. So again, I've been doing a lot of surfing on the weekends. Every weekend that I'm off, generally Saturday and Sunday, I'm out on the lake and I'm surfing. I'm surfing with my kids. I'm surfing with my friends. I love it. It's a way for, and this is another thing I was talking with my buddy. It's really therapeutic for me. And obviously it's good physical exercise. And it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just me out there with the wave and the boat, listening to music that I love, and just having a good time. And I can get lost in it, and I love it. And I think it's actually allowed me to relax a little bit more and refocus. And it's just, I guess probably the last 5 or 6 years, I've been totally focused on, guns, ammo, silver. I mean, it was just like every penny went to that. And it's like, what is all this good for if, tomorrow I get T-boned by a semi and I'm no longer around? So maybe I'm starting to feel my mortality or whatever, but I just decided to kind of change some things up. And I've put back a bunch of preps. And obviously, I stated on my last video, I'm going to state it again, there are still holes in my preps. And I don't think prepping ever ends for anyone. But I'm to the point where I feel pretty comfortable, definitely with my security. I could probably bump up my calories a little bit. And when I say calories, I'm talking about food that I have put back. Obviously my water situation, I think I'm good on that. Obviously, do I want more silver? Yes. I don't think anyone has ever said, I have too many precious metals. But, I have a healthy stack. And if all of a sudden silver were to explode and go to hundreds of dollars or $1,000 an ounce, I'd be happy with what I have. But, obviously I'm always going to be like, I should have had a couple more ounces. But, that's just human nature. So I wanted to talk about that and just focus, I guess, maybe in your life, what maybe you're focusing on too much and putting too much emphasis on. Because when it comes down to it, when it's all said and done, family is really all you have. And then, your faith and belief in your religion, God, whatever you believe in. But just remember that you come to this world with nothing and you're going to leave with nothing. So at least, you can leave those memories with your loved ones and all that. And obviously, I'm setting stuff up because I want to pass on generational wealth and stuff like that to my kiddos. But when it all comes down to it, what's your family going to remember you the most for? The things that you leave them or the memories and all that? So just maybe think about in your life what you're focused on, and maybe you need to redirect some of that, because I think a lot of us really get focused on this prepping thing and it'll consume you. And it's great, but there can be too much. So I just wanted to pass that information along, just something that I was thinking about today. Okay, something else that I wanted to cover, and this is pretty serious, and I know my last video I kind of got a little amped up about security, but I just take it super serious. And you know what, if you don't take security super serious, and you're probably at the wrong channel, and you probably need to move on. But I mean, I am glad to have you here, whether you're here to learn something or talk crap in the comments, whatever. But honestly, I don't ever really get negative comments. Every once in a while I'll get one that maybe leans negative, but for the most part, y'all are great. I love my viewers, my followers, whatever you want to call it. I normally get positive feedback in almost every comment, but yeah, you got to take it serious. And this is another thing I was talking about with my buddy, and I know I've mentioned this before, but like I said, I'm not trying to preach, guys, but this is just a conversation that I had, and I think it's important to kind of talk about. But I think as a whole, this country has turned its back on, I'm going to say God, but just, morals. And, even if you're not religious, there's certain morals and stuff out there that everyone can agree on that's, I guess depending on what your moral compass is. But, there's a lot of things that even people that don't have faith can agree on that are probably not good. But I think as a whole, this country has become evil. And obviously there's, a lot of good people and all that, but it seems like everyone's out for themselves. Everyone's selfish. They just trying to get ahead, and they're just not concerned with their neighbor. And it's just everyone for themselves. It seems like it's all about, personal gratification and getting ahead and all that. And I just think, and then obviously the government and all that, but I think as a whole, this country is going to pay dearly for the direction that it's going. So that being said, I know we've been saying that things are going to get bad, but I don't think some people realize, and if you're watching this channel, you probably have an idea, but I don't want to say that I'm afraid, but I am very concerned. I think that this country could easily go to some sort of civil unrest, and just with everything that's going on with, if there really are food shortages, it takes, probably a day or two before people turn into savages. And are you ready for that? Are you prepared for that? Are you prepared for that mentally, physically, and then obviously with your security stuff? But this can get ugly, ladies and gentlemen, and maybe I can't even fathom how bad that this really can get. And so I think there are really tough times coming. I know we've been talking about this for years, but I really think that the time is getting short, and I don't know if that's, 2 months, 6 months, a year or two, but when you think about, the last 4 or 5 years, think about how much stuff has changed and how quickly it's changed. And I know, like, when you're in the moment, it seems slow, but when you look back and think 5 years ago, what were you doing? What were you concerned about? And now look at everything that's going on with the inflation and just everything that's going on. It's crazy. And I think overnight that this can all flip and just get ugly real quick. So hopefully you're still preparing. I appreciate everyone being here and listening to me rant. And again, I wasn't trying to get religious or anything like that. It's just, even if you're not, I think you probably understand what I'm talking about. But I think things are going to get really nasty in the next couple years, and I hope everyone is still preparing. So, make sure you're mentally preparing, stay close to God, physically, and then all the preps that we always talk about. Appreciate all the likes, all the comments, sharing my videos, subscribing to the channel, and all that good stuff. I guess I'm going to end it there before it doesn't go on too long. So take care, God bless, and until the next one, everyone stay safe.